Hi students, how are you all? Hope you all are safe in this quarantine situation. I am Sailesh Rathod from Sri Vasisht Vidyalay for class 5th to teach you another topic of science. Students, in last video I have taught you about disease, that is a topic from chapter number 2, food and health. We have seen in detail about communicable disease, isn't it? So let us see another topic of our chapter, that is non-communicable disease. Now, before we start, let us sum up again about last video what we have understood. First of all, the meaning of disease, that is a condition when our body or a part of it does not function properly, then such condition is known as a diseased condition. We have classified disease into two types, that is communicable disease and non-communicable disease. We have already learned about communicable disease. Communicable disease means a disease which can spread from one person to other person is known as a communicable disease. It is also known as infectious disease. Today we are going to study about non-communicable disease. What is non-communicable disease? A disease which does not spread from one person to other, then such disease is known as non-communicable disease. Now, which disease can be considered as non-communicable disease? Then deficiency disease can be considered as a non-communicable disease. Now let us understand what is deficiency disease. A disease which is caused due to deficiency of any nutrient in our body for a long time, then such condition leads to a diseased condition which is known as deficiency disease. Deficiency means what? Having insufficient quantity or insufficient amount. Means if there is any nutrient which is not in enough amount in our body for a long time, then that condition is called deficiency disease. Now here you can see that deficiency disease don't spread from one person to another. Hence such deficiency disease are known as non-communicable disease. Let us see example. Protein deficiency means if protein is not present in enough amount in any child for a long term, then that child will not grow properly. His or her stomach will swell up and will have sores on the skin. Let us see some deficiency disease related to vitamins. Vitamin A. Vitamin A we get from carrot, milk, butter, green leafy vegetables, sweet potatoes, deep yellow fruits and vegetables. Thus, this vitamin A is important in our body as its function is to protect our eyes and keep our skin, teeth and our bones healthy. But if this vitamin A is not present in enough amount in our body for a long time, then it leads to night blindness. What is night blindness? It is a deficiency disease of vitamin A. It means a person will not be able to see properly in dark condition. Means at dark night a person will not be able to see properly. Then comes vitamin B1. Vitamin B1 we get from milk, fish, meat, cereals, etc. And its importance is that it helps in proper functioning of nerves and heart. Thus, if it is not present in our body in enough amount, then a person will suffer from beriberi, that is a nervous disease. Hence, nerves will not work in a proper way. Then comes vitamin C. Vitamin C we get from orange and other citrus fruits as well as from cabbage, tomatoes and green vegetables. This vitamin C is important because it protects many body's tissues. We know what are tissues, group of similar cells, isn't it? This vitamin C, if is deficiency is there of vitamin C, then a person will suffer from scurvy. What is scurvy? Nothing but it is bleeding of gums. As well as it leads to this deficiency of vitamin C leads to swelling of joints, as well as if any wound is there in our body, then that wound will not heal up so easily, so fast, isn't it? Next is vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D we get from milk, fish, egg and butter. This vitamin D is important because it helps for good bones and good teeth in our body. If person is suffering from deficiency of vitamin D, then that person can have rickets. Rickets is a condition in which bones become very soft, and in children bones will bend, whereas in adults bones will become brittle. Means it can break very easily. Now next is mineral deficiency. Minerals like iron. Iron is very important in our body, and we get iron from meat, spinach, apples and raisins. And we get from these from this food, and this mineral iron is very important because it helps in making red blood cells. Actually, it is helping in making of hemoglobin in our body. And if this iron is not present in body in enough amount, then RBC will not be formed in a proper amount in our body. If RBC is less, then that condition is known as anemia. Many times RBC are present in enough amount, but their shape is not in a proper form. Their formation is not in a proper form. Thus, that RBC will not function properly in our body, and hence a person will have anemia. It is a disease of blood, and body becomes very pale in color as RBC counting is less in body, and a person will have lot of weakness in a body. Even though a person is not doing any work, that person will feel very tired and very weak. Next is calcium and phosphorus. These minerals we get from milk and milk products, from green leafy vegetables, as well as from meat and bread. And the function of calcium and phosphorus is strengthening of our bones and teeth. But if deficiency of these minerals are there in our body, then it will lead to soft and weak bones as well as bad teeth in our body. Next is iodine. Iodine is very much important mineral. We get it from fish as well as from iodized salt. Its function is very important in our body as it controls the growth of our body. Thus, if deficiency of iodine mineral is there in our body, then a person will suffer from goiter. Goiter is actually swelling in neck region. You can see here in picture a person is having goiter, and that is nothing but swelling up of thyroid gland in neck region. It is occurring because of iodine deficiency. So my dear students, understood these are some of the deficiency disease which are caused due to not having enough amount of any particular nutrient in our body. This deficiency disease can be cured by providing sufficient amount of nutrient in our body on a regular basis. So these were all about non-communicable disease. But there are other non-communicable disease like disease which is caused due to bad habits like smoking and drinking alcohol. If any adult is having such a type of bad habit, then that person may have some non-communicable disease related to any failure of any organ, or if any internal organ will not work properly in a body. Maybe organs like breathing organ, lungs, as well as some skin disease or any harm to any internal organ in body, maybe the stomach or intestine or such type of organs. Next is non-communicable disease can also be occurred due to air pollution, and this type of pollution will cause non-communicable disease in our breathing system. Maybe because of air pollution, person may have problems related to trachea as well as lungs. So my dear students, this was all about non-communicable disease. Now if a person don't want to have such type of non-communicable disease, then that person should exercise regularly. Apart from this, proper balanced diet is also equally important. So if a person is having proper diet and doing exercise daily, then that person will become healthy and will not have any type of non-communicable disease. That is the importance of exercise. As body needs regular exercise and rest so that body can remain healthy. Thus, exercise is important and we have to do it daily. Exercise makes our internal organs like heart, lungs, kidneys, stomach, intestine, all such internal organs will become stronger, as well as exercise makes our bones and muscles also more stronger. If any person is not doing exercise, then such lack of exercise may lead to what will happen? Muscles will become very weak and flabby. Thus, muscles will not work very effectively in a body. As well as lack of exercise causes extra fats to settle under the skin and makes the body overweight and unhealthy. Thus, a person will become very fat, as fat will be stored under the skin. So, lack of exercise will lead to unhealthy condition of our body. So this was all about non-communicable disease. Thank you, students. I hope you have understood what is the meaning of disease as well as non-communicable disease and non-infectious disease soon. So I hope you will study at home this all topic, and thank you everyone. We will meet in next video. Thank you.